Welcome to the shop, guys, and I want to make this video today because I keep hearing a lot of poor information on social media that's dealing with brake fluid specifically, and a lot of this information I'm hearing kind of makes me a little bit upset. A lot of it's BS because you have people on these apps that can get on there, they're influencers, they can say anything they want, right? But no one actually knows, unless you're an expert in that field, if what they're saying is accurate or inaccurate, right? No one's actually basically following up each video and saying what he said is accurate, not accurate, okay? So that's why a lot of poor information that you get out there goes into the public, and the public has various opinions on it because they watch some dude on social media they think's an expert that really shouldn't be speaking on the topic or subject because he doesn't understand what he's saying is incorrect, okay? Some of it can be very dangerous. Brake fluid is a very serious issue and it's very dangerous. We're gonna explain why in this video, guys. And if you like our content, please subscribe and share it. We're trying to grow the channel. We're trying to give you good information, not bad information. So when you click on my information, it's good, it's accurate. It's backed by someone that does this daily, that's certified, that's run and operates a shop for 15 plus years, okay? Been in business in Broken Arrow for 15 plus years. We do very good work. We have very high standards and very quality work here, okay? So let's talk about what I've been seeing and hearing on social media that's saying you should not change your brake fluids. That's what they're saying. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, we're scamming you if you change your brake fluid. That's what's out there, right? There's a few people that say, hey, it's a legit thing to do, but no one goes into the details of why you should change your brake fluid or why they think it's a scam, right? They just come up with an idea, just, you don't need to do it. Well, it's critical that you do change your brake fluid. And the reason why is, if you come in here, I'll show you. There's more than three, but there's the three different types of brake fluids in vehicles today. There's a .5, I don't have it on here, that's for high performance vehicles. We have .3, .4, .4LV, okay? The viscosity is what changes this. And .LV is also .plus. Mercedes uses .plus, .4 plus, that's what this is, okay? So, and if you look at the back of the bottle, there's gonna be a specification for boiling point, for wet and for dry, okay? There's a big reason why there's two different temperatures, and there's dramatically difference. Dry, 446, wet, 293. That's a dramatic difference in temperature, guys. And that rating is very important, okay? What it means is if your fluid ever gets that hot, it will boil. If there's any moisture in it, the moisture will vapor, okay? Vaporize. And when you have a system it's a hydraulic fit, you cannot compress hydraulic fluid, right? It pushes a piston into your calipers, which touches the pads to the rotors, slows the vehicle down. Plus the tires, what does the actual stopping, really. But it stops the wheel, the tires stop the vehicle. What happens when you exceed the temperature rated for your fluid in your vehicle? Boil off or vapor off, the pedal goes to the floor, you lost control of braking, you're waiting for this fluid to cool back down so you can compress your fluid again, which compresses the caliper, which stops the vehicle. But if you're in a situation, it's emergency, and you need to stop, and you have brake fade and it's going to the floor, you're gonna go to that car that gives your brake pedal back. In some cases, it's too late. Maybe you get lucky, you almost hit somebody, the brakes came back. What if you're not lucky? What if your kid dies? What if you die? Do you want your wife and kid driving something like that? Is there a chance? Absolutely not. If you ever experienced this, which I have personally, it's traumatizing. You do not want to experience losing a brake pedal going 100 miles per hour. It is scary as heck. It's happened to me. And it's happened to a lot of people over the years that we get phone calls monthly. Hey, here's what happened. It's funny. It's usually with an RV or a really big, like a vehicle they don't use. They use it once in 3 years, 4 years. And it just sits and sits and sits. There's a reason why. But like Sprinter vans, I'll get a call every spring and summer, like clockwork. Hey, I was on the highway, I had to stop, and I was on the brake pedal, and I was stopping, but my pedal just went to the floor, and I couldn't stop the vehicle. Yeah, that happens. What happens is you're not servicing your brake fluid. If you service your brake fluid, it will solve this issue. The reason why you need to service is this fluid, the wet feature, the spec for wet, it naturally absorbs water, okay? The water gets into the brake fluid, low is the boiling point, right? So that's why you have to change your brake fluid every 2 to 3 years or 20 to 30,000 miles to keep the brake fluid dry. There's no moisture. The problem with it, you can't keep it dry forever. It's going to be a very short term because it naturally absorbs water. Even the system, if it's sealed, because there was some of these comments about it's got a venting cap or not, it doesn't matter. Water's going to get in no matter what, okay? The same way water gets into gas tanks underneath the ground that are sealed is the same way water gets in your brake fluid. It's called science. If this fluid's hot and the air is outside is cold, you're getting water. I promise you, you're going to get water, or vice versa. It's going to happen. A chemical reaction is going to happen. Water gets in it. It's a natural thing. You cannot stop it. It's part of the fluid. So what can you do as a customer? Just change your fluid every 2 to 3 years, 20, 30,000 miles, right? Or they make a brake fluid tester that boils their brake fluid, and you can see if your brake fluid's any good or not. We'll do that now, actually. So I got some .4 LV here, and this bottle's been open for 2 days, okay? So it's only 2 days old. Probably not going to absorb a lot of water because this temperature in here is very consistent, and this fluid has not gotten hot or cold. It's been the same same temperature in this bottle for a couple days, and that's key. Let's test it. So this thing says it's supposed to have a boiling point of 500, okay? And there's a spec. I don't have the spec on me, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, okay? I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to push and hold it. And it's going to heat this thing up. It's going to keep going until that fluid starts boiling, and it's going to display a temperature. This is the only way to know if your fluid has a high content of water in it, okay? Those other testers they give you to put in there, like a pen tester, they're not accurate. Do not use them. They're not accurate. So, as you can see here, this fluid here, 545, well within specs. Good quality fluid. Sits outside, just sits outside. It's going to have, and the temperature differences from just your environment, when it gets cold at night, hotter during the day, those ranges is what water is going to constantly get in to the system. So that's why those vehicles, RVs, sprinters that sit outside for a long time, they can absorb water. And that's extremely important to change those vehicles out with the fluid. So, and we use this. This is it's a pressure. Basically, you suck out the reservoir fluid, fill it up new fluid, and you hook up a cap to the reservoir. There's one of these caps to it. It pressurizes the system. You open a bleeder valve or a service valve on the brake caliper, and you run it to a fresh, clean fluid comes out of it, and you keep going to the next one until it's nice and clean. You run the whole bottle, and you do that, and you'll have fresh, dry brake fluid. But like I said, the brake fluid over time will start absorbing water. Therefore, you need to change it out. So, and the honest truth is, most likely, if you're driving day to day, you don't really go past 45 miles per hour, you probably will never get the brakes hot enough to achieve you boiling the water or brake fluid. There's always a chance, but it's really low. It's when you're on the highway going pretty fast and you need to stop emergency, that's where you're going to test that brake fluid. That's why there's a reason over in Germany on that highway, there's no speed limit. You're required to have your brake fluid changed. It's a requirement every 2 years, because when you're going 200 miles per hour, and you're trying to stop emergency-wise, those brakes will get hot very quickly, and that brake fluid must be dry. If it's not, you're going to kill yourself or kill somebody else. So it's very dangerous. Just saying you don't have to service your brake fluid, that is a dangerous statement. That is so inaccurate. If you tell each customer, hey, there's a chance if you need your brakes, they won't work. What do you mean they won't work? Well, there's a chance if you don't change your fluid and there's a lot of water in it, and if you need to use it and the fluid gets hot, it's not going to work. The fluid's going to go to the floor. The brake pedal's going to go to the floor, and the vehicle won't stop. You think if anyone wants that? They're going to be like, no, thank you. Please service my brake fluid. I don't want to kill myself or my kid, because it's a real possibility. It's extreme, but it's real. It's a real, every day someone in this world is having their brakes go to the floor because there's moisture in the brakes. I guarantee it. There's too many cars on the road, too many vehicles are not being maintained. Just, do you want someone to run in the back of you and they can't stop? It's the same thing. You want vehicles on the road safe to drive, and the only way they're safe is fresh brake fluid. So hit me with the comments. I know they're coming because I can't wait for them. Till next time, see ya.